Okay, so in this lesson we're going to have a look at use of mirrors. So we probably already know about the mirror signal manoeuvre routine, i.e. if we're turning left at the end of the road, we check interior mirror and left mirror, or interior mirror and right mirror if we're turning right. So that's pretty standard. However, that's not what mirrors should be limited to. We should also be using mirrors regularly while we're driving. So I'll run through some of those with you now. So if we turn left at the lights as usual, we check the interior mirror and left mirror and then signal left. That's pretty standard stuff. And then what we're going to want to do is, once we turn the corner and straighten up, we'd want to check the mirrors again. So basically we need to be checking the mirrors every time we're looking to change speed or direction. There may be other things that can affect how frequently and when you check your mirrors, i.e. for example right now we're sitting at the traffic lights, but I'd want to maybe check that left mirror again just in case a cyclist comes up at the last minute, or a motorbike, something like that. So we've gone around the corner, we've straightened up, and now we've checked mirrors. Doesn't really matter which ones. I tend to go for the interior mirror and either one of the exteriors alongside it. But yeah, it's fine. You're just trying to keep up to date with what's going on around you at all times, so you don't get caught out. For example, right now we've got a zebra crossing up ahead, so I'm going to check my interior mirror, and then I just check both sides of the crossing to make sure that it's going to be safe. So that way, if anybody runs on at the last minute, I've already done my preparation, and then I can take care of it if need be. So up ahead we've got a parked car on the left, so I want to go round it. I'm going to check my interior mirror and right mirror. I'm not going to signal, there's no need for that, just so I know it's safe to go round again, and then interior mirror and left mirror to come back again. I'm going to turn right at the roundabout, so I'm going to check interior and right as usual. Nothing unusual on that one. And then once I've gone round and straightened up, again I'll have a little check of the interior mirror and one of the exterior mirrors as I go along. So at the roundabouts I'll turn left, and then I'll take the first road on the right. So again I can see a bicycle up there, got mirrors and signal for now, but also thinking about what would happen if I go round the corner and I'd have to stop and say somebody's crossing or something. So that's another reason why we want to stay up to date with what's going on around us. Going around the corner, I'll check my mirrors again, and then I'll take the next road on the right. So as I straighten up, I'll check my mirrors again, and then further up again I can see there's a bend, there's a double bend on that sign there, but there's also a red car there. I'll check my interior mirror, right mirror to get round, and then I'll check my interior mirror and left mirror again to gradually bring myself back in. So it's a bit of a bend here, so we can't really pick up speed just yet, but then once we've gone round this corner and we're looking to accelerate again when things straighten up a bit, then we shall check the mirrors first. So we'll go straighten up a little bit here, so I'll check my interior mirror, one of the exteriors, and now I can gradually pick up my speed. I've already checked my mirrors. If I needed to slow down for that man, then I'm kind of already there. I already know what's going on behind me, so it shouldn't cause too much of a problem. I'm going to turn right at the end of the road here, and then we'll try again on this section of road. I can see there's a cyclist opposite, making things a little bit awkward. He's out of the way now, that's it, right? So to get round this van, I'll also check my interior mirror, right mirror. That's it, and then to come back again after these cars, interior mirror, left mirror. That's it. You see, and I'm doing it in advance. I'm not leaving it to the last minute. I'm identifying it early, and I'm taking care of it. So like right now, interior right to get round this parked car. That's it. And then interior and left ready to come back in after that red car. Obviously got the zebra crossing here as well, so I can check, and there's somebody crossing, I can check on the pro sides again, and then we can carry on. So if we go left at the roundabout, we can do a bit more practice on the high street. Okay, so as I come off, I can see another zebra crossing, so I'll just check my mirrors ready to give way. And then as I take off again, I'll just check, make sure it's safe, and I can get going again. So also in a situation like this, where we've got a busy high street, lots going on, mirrors are really important again, because anything can happen at any time. So anybody could suddenly step out, they could cross the road, doors could open, this person on the left hand side here is on their moped, they could suddenly take off, somebody could run into the road. Lots and lots of action here. It's going to need a lot of attention, and it's all about trying to plan ahead, think ahead, so we don't get caught out. If we can be proactive, then generally driving is not so difficult. If we're always reacting, so you can see I'm about to stop because of these lights, I'll check my mirrors, I've seen there's a bike behind me and I want to take care of him, so I want to move around. But if we can be proactive, it's easier. If we're going to be reactive, then we're always trying to catch up, and in driving that just doesn't work. It's a very, very difficult way to drive. So I'm going to take off again, so I'll have a quick check of my mirrors. I'll go for interior and right this time because I want to make sure there's no more bikes about to overtake me. Okay, and then again, as I look ahead, lots of action, lots of people, lots of cars. I can see there's a corner up ahead. I can see the lights have just gone red. Again, I'll have a little check of my mirrors, and even if there's nothing going on, you'd still want to be checking those mirrors regularly, sort of every few seconds or so, just to stay up to date with what's going on. So I'm going to speed up again, so we check the interior mirror, and again I might go for the right mirror here, also being aware these lights might change again, although they've only just gone back to green. These are pedestrian crossing lights and they can change quite quickly. Van up ahead is driving quite slow, so again I'll be checking mirrors regularly just in case he does something at the last minute. Might suddenly stop, might turn, might pull over, might be looking for an address, maybe distracted, maybe using his phone, all sorts of things that could be happening. We've got another zebra crossing up ahead, so I'll just check my mirror on approach, and there's some people right and left, so it looks like we're about to stop. Again, I took care of it nice and early. And then after I pass through the zebra, there's a car reversing as well. That could cause a problem. Just going to wait for them to get all the way across. That's it, so we can take off again. So we go left at the lights. Another thing to mention is where you're driving along and you've got parked cars. If you see anything unusual, take note of it. I.e., for example, let's say you've got a parked car on your left and they've got their lights on. Right, well, if they've got their lights on, that probably means there's somebody in that car, and anything could happen at any time. Somebody could suddenly fling a door open, they could suddenly take off, they might have just let a passenger out and then they walk out behind or in front of the car. So there's lots of things that can happen. It's a very dynamic situation that can change quickly and it could cause a problem, so just going to want to be really, really careful with things like that. I'd say anything you see that's unusual, don't ignore it. So take care of it well in advance and it's going to help you. Right, off we go again, so check my mirrors, go around the corner, slip, and then I can check my mirrors again, interior, left or right, doesn't matter. There's people walking quite close to the road there, so I'm just going to want to watch them. I might check my right mirror just in case I need space to move out slightly. Again, lots going on all the way down the road, lots of parked cars, lots of people, constant changing of the situation. It's not a case of just drive and don't worry about anything. Got lots to anticipate and think about. Okay, Okay, so just waiting for the van to get going again. It looks like they've stalled. The good thing is I gave him lots of space. You can see I've left a bit of a distance between me and him, so if he rolled back, then it wouldn't have affected me too much. Unfortunately, we missed the lights on that one. I'll have to wait our turn again for the next bit. There's still lots of action going on, lots of shoppers about today. So as I take off, I'm going to want to be focused on those pedestrians there, standing quite close to the corner. I don't know if you just saw opposite there, but there were some people crossing the road as the cars were turning from the right hand side. Again, that'd be something you'd think about as you're approaching. You'd have to anticipate that. You don't end up going around the corner and having to slam the brakes on. Something that you think about well in advance. Yeah. Okay, so the lights we're going to continue straight on. We're in the right lane on this one, because the left lane's only turning left, as you can see on the road markings there. Checked my mirrors on approach as I've slowed down, and again when the lights go green I'll be checking my mirrors again for speeding up. As I look through the cars in front of me, I can see there's quite a lot of traffic up there, so I've already thought about how I'm going to speed up. It's not a case of just put my foot down and off I go. You know, it may be that I start off with a bit of speed and then I have to slow down again. So again, I'm going to want to be aware of what's going on behind me before I do that. So the light's going green, there we go. I can see a little bit of movement up there, but they're not really moving that fast. So I'll check the mirrors. This time I checked my interior mirror and left mirror because I'm in the right lane, wanting to watch out for people on the left hand side coming through if they do. And again, I've just had another little check in my left mirror there, just ready to move back in so that it's safe. And again, watching out for all these people. See the trucks making the road difficult as well, making it a bit smaller. So right, so things are gradually opening up. This car's turning, so again I'll check my interior mirror. I want to know what's going on behind me. It's starting to open up again, so I'll check the mirrors again, and now I can start to pick up my speed a little bit. So I've gone around the corner, I'm checking again, making sure it's all good. And at the roundabout we're going to turn left. Them to do on approach. Once I saw them standing there, I expected them to step out, which is fine because we can control the situation. As long as we've identified it early and we've checked our mirrors, then it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So check my interior mirror and left mirror, coming back in, and then I'm going to park up on the left here. So mirrors, and then bring the car into the parking position. Okay, so I hope you found this lesson useful, and I'll see you again in the next one.